Hello. Try that again without the frog in the throat. Good morning all. Just thought I'd do a quick live really. I know we've got Hitching coming up, so I'll actually be seeing people in person, and I normally wear glasses, you see, so you might not recognise me. The reason I don't wear them when I'm doing a YouTube video is because actually you're all fuzzy now. But a bit of the Harry Potter going on. Oh, we've just been joined by my cat. Sorry, you see him making noises off. He's very vocal. Yes, you are. You're very vocal. So I don't know if anyone's about. I'm going to try and put my chat on over here, so you'll see me looking down over here. If I can see it, let me see what's happening. How do I do this? Okay, I'm live now, but I just actually don't want to watch myself. Right. Hello, one and all. So I expect everyone's busy. You're probably out sourcing. You're probably doing things. But it'd be lovely if anyone is actually watching to say hello. It's all sunny here this morning. I had fun and games. Hello, Karen. Morning. I had to take my husband to work today because he wasn't feeling well, but he wanted to go into work. So he wasn't getting on a bicycle because you don't want to stomach upset on a bicycle, do you? No. Isn't that where bicycle clips are supposed to come in handy? No, that's cruel. That is just cruel. So I took him into work, which meant I was a little bit late going to see my flea lady thing. So I thought, oh my God, I'm going to miss out and catching things. Am I buffering? Ooh, okay. I hope not too much. Give it a minute. No one else is on the internet in the house unless the cat suddenly acquired opposable thumbs and learned how to text people. But hopefully it will be all right. It's very odd, the connection. I've got the main computer on. It's looking. I always look blurry, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I am blurry. I think it's better that way. I actually got a haircut yesterday. Hey Peter. So I can see out my fringe. I thought, you know what? I've got to tidy myself up. I'm going to meet all these wonderful retailers on the weekend. Yes, and maybe I actually put some makeup on because, as you can see, I tend not to bother. I'm deeply lazy. It's back. I'm all right, am I? Okay. I'm not getting anything coming up this end that there's a problem. So, oh God, I've just seen the bags under my eyes. Oh my God, I need Mrs. M's makeup tips. I'm so hopeless. Oh, you're teaching again. Watching a movie. Is that teaching now? God, that must be such a cool job. No, I appreciate you have to discuss it and you have to educate them in the art of movies, but what a job. Right, well I hope you've all had lovely sales apart from my busy weekend. I then had a no sales day 2 days after. So it is truly, truly random. And just momentarily I went over 1,000 listings. What I tend to do is relist as a sell similar. Hello Kath, good morning, how are you? I relist by doing sell similar so that it gets a different item number and hopefully then thinks it's a new item, which should help with this is all wild theory, but let's hope. So I tend to relist about 30 to 40 a day, and I'm trying to put 10 brand new listings on a day. So I've got a bit of a heavy schedule on, so it will mean that by next week I should be consistently above 1,000. Because I'm paying for 1,200 listings after all, so I should use them. But it's hard. It's bloody hard work. My cat's having a wash, if you can hear slurping in the background. It's possibly me with my tea, but it's more likely to be the cat. I can show you the cat. You have nothing to list. Wow, lucky you, Karen. I'm just turning you around. I don't know if... Oh, no, there we go. Let's go the right... No. I can't do this. Where's the cat? Are you there, cat? That is the cat, I think. I think you got cat there. Either that or you got a good... Sorry, I'm wobbling you now. You're perched. You're perched. Oh! Why does it do that? I have a slightly drunk thing. Excuse the hand. Okay, we'll stop moving now. That made me feel seasick. Okay, right. That's really made your morning, isn't it? I've spent £35 this morning with my flea market lady, which is a little more than I would normally spend. However, I think she had some reasonably good stuff, and although there were no Nirvana t-shirts this week, well, you live in hope. I really went through everything quite carefully. I was thinking, oh, please let there be some more. But no. I haven't even, I mean, this stuff is literally in the bag, still covered in the cat hair and grass. And I was trying to work out what this was. I wonder how Peter is doing this morning. Now this looks like a cat hair nightmare, but it is in fact a coat. It needs a good tidy up, a good debobble. It doesn't look anything, but what kind of sold it to me is the Fendi label. You're back to front again, that's me, isn't it? I don't know what I've done to make it go back to front. I couldn't even begin to analyse it. And the material that this coat is made of is quite nice. There's a grain to some of it, and some of it is very wool-like. So it seems to have, that's like a holographic tag, which is always a good sign. Proper labels, made in Italy. What's it going to tell me? The label guarantees the authenticity of the garment. Well, I'm bloody hoping so. I really wouldn't want to have a problem selling this, and I'm going to research very thoroughly before. Okay, 78% fleece wool, 100% fleece wool, 100% polyamide, 100% silk. Well, that's very odd. Where's the silk then? Now I just realised there's a lining that goes across the shoulders, and that is silk. So wow, I'm pretty sure this is genuine, but I will check it out. Either way, that will more than pay for the entire lot. Can't even begin to tell you what I will put it on for. Oops. But hey, you know, here's hoping. So Karen, you've got nothing left to list. You've got a clothes source, but that has some stuff on to be listed. I'm taking. Yeah, my piles of shame are gone. What I now have is an extraordinary mess in my stockroom. This is not it. This houses my scarf collection. Alex's university fund, probably. And my husband's bit. So this isn't actually the stockroom. The stockroom, I'm not even going to show you. It is a mess. Because I've listed a massive amount of stuff, but now I need to reorganise my stockroom, do a stock take, and put things away. And I haven't got round to it yet. So it drives me nuts, but you know how it is. Now this apparently is this season's colour. So I'm told, I'm hearing, tan. And this has a whiff of the 70s. Well, it doesn't have a whiff of the 70s, but it looks like 70s. So Peter's good, getting sorted for hitching. Excellent. I like that. Yes, watch a few YouTube vids. Edit latest video. Oh, wow, you are a busy bee, Peter. You're very organised, which is far more than I am. I rather like this sort of funky cutout stuff. This is rather 70s. Nice kind of dagger collar on it. It isn't old. No, it doesn't smell of the 70s, but it is French Connection. It is leather, and it's in incredibly good condition. It's quite a small size. It's a 10, so not one for me. But, you know, I'll give it a go. I mean, I work out normally. It depends how many items I've got. I think I paid more for that Fendi jacket, or Fendi, or whatever you say. But generally, I kind of end up paying around £2.50 an item. Some things that works out better for than others, but I just put it in my logbook as an overall score. This was strange and interesting. It looks like nothing because it's very dull to look at, but it is in fact a linen throw. So it goes on some fashionable hipster's bed, and it feels lovely, I have to say. It's got a thick linen edge and a much sheerer lining in a bit. I haven't found a make on it, but I know linen and linen sheeting and stuff, and particularly once it's been ironed and washed and looking lovely, should get me some good money. It's not really the season for linen now. That will probably go better in the springtime, or it may end up going off GSP. So we'll see. Bizarrely, I was delivered a parcel yesterday, and I thought, what the hell's that? I haven't ordered anything off eBay, and I knew the returns I was expecting were kind of jeans shaped, because people seem to have an inability to measure their own bottoms these days, in spite of me putting all the measurements in. So I thought, well, I didn't know what it was. I opened it up, and it's a pair of kind of furry slipper boot things. Now, I did sell a pair of these, but months and months ago. And I think what happened was the person said it hadn't turned up, it looked like it was lost, and I actually refunded them because I didn't want any bad dings, and they weren't expensive, we're talking sort of like a tenner. So I just did a refund for them, and they've come back to me. They obviously never got delivered to where they were going. So I've relisted those, so I'm hoping to at least get my money back there. But how bizarre. I mean, literally nearly 3 months later. And who buys furry boots in the middle of summer? Right, let me move things around a bit and then I can show you the rest. So that's 3 items so far. It's not a massive haul, but I do like to think some of the stuff I get from her is quality. And this appealed to me. It's very simple. Might end up being mine, actually. It's All Saints, which, of course, as everyone knows, has the little goatee. Is it a goat? I think it's a goatee or a ram face on it. It's just a plain tee, but these sort of things, they don't make a lot of money, but if they're there and they're in good nick, I pick them up. There's nothing more annoying than having something a pale colour and then realising that it's got a stain on it. I do that too many times. Oh, honestly. Right, this is confusing too. Excuse me, just getting over that nasty cold that I had. 5 days in Malaga, Kath. 5-hour drive, oh my God, you'll be exhausted. Morning, Mrs. L33. L33, Mrs. That always seems strange to call people by their screen names, I suppose, but lovely to see you in. It's going to be so nice to meet everybody. There are people I'm going to recognise because I've seen them on the tube, and there are people I'm not necessarily going to recognise, but I will know when they say who they are. I'll be like, ah, right, yes, you're the lady who, you're the chap who. I think we're all feeling slightly sorry for Steve, as in Steve Green. There seems to be a bit of a plan that we should all turn up with a beanie on our heads. Don't ask. There's been some very strange conversations flying around the interweb. This is a dress. It's a boring dress, yes, with a funny little elasticated belt on it. Very strange. I picked it up because it's very simple, and it had a nice. The back has a bit more interest. It has this kind of open back. Not a style I'm a fan of, but there we go. It's Oliver Bonas, Oliver Bonas, back to front. It is only a size 10. Some people swear by Oliver Bonas. I don't have a great deal of luck with it. I don't think it goes for very good money, but it does sell. And that's a pretty simple design that will do someone for autumn. Don't do hats. Sorry, I'm looking here because the chat's just disappeared. Karen says, I don't do hats, though the greys can't be fat to dye, might disagree. Well, I mean, honestly, I did my hair a week ago. And I can already see hair coming, white hair coming through. It's like, oh my God. But I'm not going to dye it every 2 weeks. It is what it is. But it is frustrating. But there we go. So I thought at least I'll have a haircut and tidy myself up a bit. And the greys, well, I'll just have to learn to live with them. Oh, yeah, there will be some vlogging. I can't promise to deliver it myself. There will be vlogging, there will be pictures, there will be chat and conversation about the weekend. I think it's going to roll and roll, and I'm sure there will be another one, because I think people like this getting together and meeting and saying, oh, it's a works do. I'm meeting my colleagues. Some mysterious, ritualistic team building exercise that involves alcohol in a Wetherspoons. So it's going to be fun. I'm fiddling around with this jumper. It's got a lovely feel. It's a Boden extra small, which leads me to believe it's a man's, because that's certainly not extra small if it's a lady's, but it's merino wool. It obviously hasn't been shrunk. I don't know if we can call it a business expense. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's just, yeah, the social side of things is important, and it's always nice to make new friends, and especially to see people in real life when you've had such strange conversations with them online. So there we go. That's a Boden. Everyone knows Boden. But I don't buy that much Boden, but I will buy the sort of mad and silly designs of women's clothes. Sometimes people have Boden, they wear it to absolute death. And then you see it hanging up in a charity shop, some old faux wrap dress with more bobbles than you can shake a stick at, and they're trying to get £8 for it. Nope, nope, and thrice nope. So, what do we have in my Mary Poppins' bag? It's a bit of a TARDIS, this bag. I get an awful lot in it. Oh, the joys of linen. I will buy linen, won't I? And I did, again. But it was pink. And although I'm not a fan of the pink, there are people that are. It's actually got quite an interesting scallopy hemline. Oh, you really can't see. Oh, by me. Sort of scallopy hemline to it. This is more for holiday wear, I guess. I tend to take out festival and summer and stick in holiday, cruise in my keywords if I've got time. I can't always be asked, but if I'm relisting, I tend to go through and try and do it. This is a nice brand that you may know, Fen Wright Manson, and this is also a size 12, fully lined. They make beautiful quality clothes, and I don't think they sell for as much as they ought. But I figured that was fairly, it's in great condition, apart from the fact I've screwed it up in the bag and made it look like a dish rag. I bought myself a handheld steamer. I was looking at those big ones, you know, with the big sort of water thing, and I thought, if I've got that hanging about, it's going to take up space, I'm going to trip over it, I'm going to get cross with it. So I actually bought, I think it was a Pivco one, but it's a handheld one. You get a little pot of the water to put in, and actually it's surprisingly good. It just helps when you've got something on the mannequin, you're thinking, oh, that looks a bit tired. Great on sort of silks and things you don't really want to be ironing. And it cost me about 30 quid. I got it off Amazon. So I was quite pleased with that because I happen to have an Amazon voucher, which there's not much I need in life. There's really not much I need in life. So I thought, treat yourself, spoil yourself and get yourself a hand steamer. I don't know if the cat needs steaming. He looks a little rumpled sometimes. Don't you? Yes. There's something about cats' feet. They have those little beans. It's just adorable. Anyway. Carrie. Oh, hi, Carrie. It just seems strange calling you L33 Mrs. Sounds like a postcode. Is there another Carrie? I don't know. I haven't met another Carrie online. Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, putting faces to names is really going to be a challenge because I'm actually a bit crap when it comes to names. And I don't mind if people forget mine. I really don't mind. Hello, Laura Ecclestone-Siebel. What a splendid name. Hello. Hello, I should say. Look this way. It's because when my chat comes up on my phone, it sort of disappears very, very quickly. Goodness me. Ploughing through. Well, this is M&S, so it's no brand. But you know what? When you find something that's got all of this going on, fringy, embroidery, slightly mad sleeve arrangement here, ruched, is that the word we're looking for? I really must get my keywords a bit more up to speed. To be honest, it's still got this in, so I suspect that if it was worn, that would have been bloody uncomfortable. What size is it though? It's not going to tell me. M&S collection. It's a chambray. I know chambray is a good keyword. Oh, where's it? Ah, M&S always have a boat. It's a 16. Goodness, is that really a 16? I think it'd probably be better on a 14, to be honest, if it's meant to be loose. But anyway, I figured there'd be a few. Now, Karen, yes, I do, and I do know where she gets it from, but I also know that she's got a contact, and it's her contact, and I really, really wouldn't cut her up. I actually think that the source... Ooh, there's a mark on that. Baby wipes, good for everything. Yeah, I don't want to upset her or tread on her toes. I've done incredibly well out of her. In fact, she was the lady I got the Nirvana t-shirts from. So I actually managed to find out this morning that she rather likes Veuve Clicquot champagne. You know, I might actually buy a bottle for... I'll get it for her at Christmas and she won't know what it was I sold. I will just say for all the nice stuff she's done for me over the year. And I will leave it at that because otherwise I'm never going to see another t-shirt again. But I think it's nice to say thank you to people when they do you favours. Yeah, where she's getting it from actually is, I think it's supposed to be closing down. So I've heard that on the grapevine as well. baby wipes, they get rid of everything. Do you think I use them on my kid's bum? They must be toxic. They've got chemicals in. Oh, thank you, Carrie. That's lovely. I will try and remember that you are Carrie. But I am bad at that. I am so bad. Getting down here, getting down in the bottom bag. Here comes another one. This was a surprise. Because I always thought Superdry was like a sort of a bit of a dad brand now. But this is a really nice, very sheer. So you're going to want something underneath, ladies. Or that's going to be nipples to the wind, isn't it? Who is it that says that? There's someone that says it, and I just think it's such a great phrase. Nipples to the wind, or breastfeeding the world, which is when you're a little more exposed than you want to be. Now, did I check that all the buttons are here? Thank God they are. Thank God they are. But it's Superdry. Unfortunately, someone's taken the size label out. But a medium is probably going to be a 12 because it usually is in ladies' clothes. But actually, I don't know if that is silk. It might not be. I'll check it because it might be still up for sale. It might be this year's. I don't know. Sorry, having a sniff. I don't think that's silk. But I don't mind. I think that's quite a nice thing anyway. Someone will want it. Someone will want it. Oh, am I missing chat? Nope. You suddenly think, oh my God, have I missed things? Now, this is going to need a little wash. But I do like sportswear. Partly because I tend to wear it myself for trips to the gym. And partly because it's just so comfortable. This is really cool. I'm very tempted to keep this for me. There's not quite enough dye on it for me, has to be said. But look at that for funky. All stripy. Look a bit like Where's Wally, wouldn't I, in that? With the hood, but of course it is a brand, it is, and it feels like, oh, that's so nice inside. Sorry, I'm a texture kind of person. It's Nike Pro. Now, if Nike is different from Nike Pro, I'm not sure, but I've got a feeling that is a good thing. It feels very well made. And of course it's got the wonderful thumb holes, which are great on a cold day. So I'm hoping I might keep it if there's no money in it, but I think there will be. Oops. Pile of stuff just dropped, flopping over there. Oh, man. Sorry, I always feel I talk like a speeding train. Is anyone else out there coming up to Hitchin who's not fessed up? We can have a surprise visit from somebody. Oh, get it. Hey, at the bottom of the bag. Goodness me. Okay. Do these couple of wee things and then find out how everyone's doing. Now this was new with tags. Get these occasionally. Blossom, Mother and Child. Oh, I don't know about that. Velvet by Graham and Spencer. It looked posh. There we are, that's the thingy there. Oh, okay, yeah, well, yes, we will see you tomorrow. Gosh, it is tomorrow, isn't it? There we go, I've not heard of this. So it's not showing up very well, is it? Blossom, Mother and Child. What is my ratio listed to unlisted? Good point. I'm trying to think, actually. I mean, the thing is, I'm always bringing new things in, so... Oh, I've got, like I say, I've got nearly 1,000 things listed, but not listed, possibly, maybe 100, probably less. But I'm thinking things that have dropped off the eBay listing, things I meant to list and didn't, things that got put away somewhere. So I might have 100 things that aren't listed, but actually I think it's a bit less than that. I've got things that are in my drafts, ready to go live. I've got a pile of photography to do, which I'll be doing after this. Then I'll match everything up, and I make 10 a day go live. I try and stagger it rather than have them all going on the same day. I just find that kind of spreads things out, so I haven't got a great drop suddenly in what's listed. I don't know algorithms and things. God, I don't understand that shit, I have to say. Scheduling, I could also schedule, but I quite like just sitting there going, just bulk listing them and making them go live. It gives me a chance to finally check them over to make sure I haven't made some great gobbing mistake, like put something on for $9.99 instead of $99.99. Because I know people do that, and I'd rather not, because I'd cry if I did that. I'd really cry. I thought this was quite pretty anyway. New with tags, sort of geometric, very thin design. I don't know this Velvet by Graham and Spencer, but it's got to be worth something. hang on, let's, oh, apparently, just spotted, oh, back to front, sorry, just spotted that it sold for, well, it was marked up for £90 for a t-shirt. Well, I'm saying that, having sold a t-shirt for a lot more, but that was Nirvana, that was proper. But this, yeah, well, there you go. It felt nice. And that's how I often do things. If something feels nice, I think it's going to be nice quality. This might be for me. It's the right size. It's the right colour. And it's a kind of a long, tunicky, 2-layered sheer. I love a sheer sleeve. I have to say, I love a sheer sleeve. With a big zip up the back. So it's a kind of a tunic dress top thing. And in fact, tunics don't suit me too much sometimes because they make me look a bit straight and up and down. But of course, it's by one of my favourite brands, Religion. And the phrase under there is, "We live in black." Well, I don't always live in black. Today I'm wearing grey and a guitar, you know, a bit rock and roll. Let's just check the zip works. Yeah, it does. I really like the brand Religion. It can fetch very good money. Is that? You know how you look at something and think, is that meant to be there or not? Sorry, that was my phone with an unavailable number, which means it's somebody trying to tell me I've either got a major problem with my computer or that I had an accident a couple of years ago. And I always think, I'd kind of remember if I had an accident, but I always say to them, this call is being recorded and will be reported as a scam. Goodbye. I'd love to be a fly on the other end and see them kind of sharp themselves at the thought of being caught out. Oh, I like that. That's meant to be a feather, actually. That's meant to be feathers. That was the other thing that drew me to it. So that might be for me. Maybe this weekend. Depends if I feel like dressing up. I do dress up, but not in the way you used to, believe you me. So, how many items have I got there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I've got 12 items there. I paid £35, which means I've paid about £3 each. But I think I probably paid a couple of quid each and maybe a bit more for the Fendi coat. I'll have to look that up and see how it does. I have no idea. Let's see what a Fendi coat goes for. That will be interesting. Fendi coat. Okay, authentic, used. There are a few on here, and the prices vary enormously. Let's just go for solds. I love doing a bit of research. You know, I've been really enjoying, very much enjoying Walter O'Neill's The Antiques Arena. I've been enjoying his videos because he's really informative. It's kind of like having a lesson. It's just superb. And because it's antiques and stuff I'd rather know more about, it's just brilliant. I love his channel, so shout out to Walter. If you're interested in learning about antiques or anything like that, go and find his channel because it is amazing. I'm flicking through here and having very little luck with Fendi coats. There's nothing remotely like what I've got, and prices are a bit all over the place. So there we go. We don't know. We'll have to see. Now, I've got an appointment with some photography. I've been chuntering on. Oh, let me get the chat back. Been chuntering on for about half an hour here. I'm sure you've all got better things to do. Yes, maybe we can do a meet-up down south. I think there's a definite wish for more of these things where people do get together. And yeah, you know, I can see why people want the, let's do a big kind of formal one and have talks and have people expounding their knowledge. And maybe one day something like that might happen. But just the meetups where you get to see people and have a chat and have a beer or gin tonic or whatever your thing is, it would be absolutely lovely. And you know, I'd well be up for that. A night off, a night away, rather nice, not being mummy for a change, quite lovely. So I will let you all go because I know you've all got busy lives. It's Friday, we've got a busy day tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing everybody that can be there, and those who can't, we will vlog and put things out there. We'll try and keep you all included. Someone's bound to do a live. It won't be me. I don't have the wherewithal, to be perfectly frank. So you may see me in a corner with a beer and a very large smile. Anyway, so have a lovely weekend. Hope your sales are fantastic, and I will see you next time. Yes, 9 3/4, Karen. We'll talk about meeting up. Now, what do I press to stop? Here we go. I always have this, don't I? Here we go. Oh, no, I don't need to mute the microphone. What do I need to do? Yeah. Bye.